Hello everyone, my name is Debbie Jones-Snyders and I'm with the Hopedale Presbyterian Church. I'm delighted to welcome children and families to our church school Lessons in Craft. Our story today is the Ten Commandments or Moses at Mount Sinai, which is adapted from Mission Bible Class with images by Sweet Publishing and licensed by Free Bible Images. We have two coloring pictures and two crafts about Moses and the tablets of the Ten Commandments, as well as a variety of other activities for you to enjoy. So our story is about the Ten Commandments, which we can find in the Bible, in the first section of the Bible called the Old Testament, which was written long ago, and in the section called Exodus. And remember, this is when the part of the story, part of the Bible, talking about leaving Egypt and on the way to Israel. So, the Ten Commandments can be found in Exodus. So, Moses at Mount Sinai and the Ten Commandments. So this is a set of rules or morals that help people be safe and help us know how to treat others. These are the rules that God gave his people so they would know how to worship him and how to treat other people. God's people had been traveling on their journey from Egypt for over 2 months. They arrived at the foot of Mount Sinai. The Israelites spread their camp in the desert in front of the mountain. Moses went up onto the top of the mountain to speak with the Lord. Moses remembered this place because this is where he used to be a shepherd for his father-in-law. This was the same place where he had seen the burning bush. Moses remembered how God had promised to lead Israel out of Egypt. Moses knew that the Lord always did what he said he would do. On the mountain, God spoke to Moses and gave him a message for the people of Israel. Moses called the elders of the people and told them what the Lord had commanded him to speak. This was the message. If you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession. When the people heard God's message, they responded, "We will do everything the Lord has said." The Lord gave special instructions to Moses for the people. They were to wash themselves and their clothing and be ready by the third day. On that day, the Lord was going to come down on Mount Sinai. The people were not to touch the mountain. Anyone who touched the mountain would die. On the morning of the third day, the people were assembled before the mountain, dressed in their newly cleaned clothes. And as they gazed at the mountain, they saw God's power demonstrated again. A thick cloud was on the mountain. Lightning flashed and thunder rolled down its slopes. Then fire burst out of the mountain, and there was a loud trumpet blast. The people trembled with fright when they saw the awesome display of God's power. The trumpet sound kept getting louder and louder. Then God spoke to Moses. He gave Moses 10 commandments that he wanted his people to obey. Moses' appearance changed after speaking to God. His face glowed and his hair changed. God wrote the commandments on stone tablets. These are the commandments from the Lord. And there are 10 of them. And I will give you some hand motions to help you remember them using our fingers. So the first one, number 1, is you shall not have any other gods before me. That means God's first. Number 2, you shall not have any idols. You shall not make graven images. So an idol might be a statue of someone that somebody thinks should be worshipped. Or an idol could be something like money that someone values more than God. So God says, you shall not have any fake gods. Number 3, 3 fingers forms a W for watch your words. You shall not take the Lord's name in vain. So we watch our words. Number 4, 4 fingers is like a family going to church. So you shall keep the Sabbath holy, which means worship and rest. Number 5, 5 fingers. So I'm doing a salute. Honor your father and your mother, your parents. Number 6, I have 6 fingers. You shall not murder. So this is a gun. You shall not murder. Number 7. So we have 7 fingers. 5 over here, separate from these 2. 7, which is respect marriage. You see, 2 people have promises to each other and they keep those promises, and that's separate from the other group of people. So respect marriage, number 7. Number 8, I have 4 fingers on each hand, and you see my thumbs are not seen. So number 8 means do not steal. In some cultures, they cut off your thumbs when you steal. So number 8, do not steal. Number 9, 9 fingers. You see 1 thumb is hidden. Number 9 is do not bear false witness against your neighbor. Don't lie. See, this thumb is hidden. Number 9, don't lie. And number 10, 10 fingers, do not covet, which means don't, it's a fancy way of saying don't be jealous, don't be greedy. So number 10, do not covet or be greedy. So in review, number 1, God's number 1, he's first. Number 2, no fake gods. Number 3, watch your words. Number 4, honor the Sabbath. That means worship and rest. Go to church. Number 5, honor or salute, honor, respect your parents. Number 6, don't murder. Number 7, respect marriage and keep your promises. Number 8, so number 8 is don't steal. Don't want to lose those thumbs. Don't steal. So number 9, don't lie. And number 10, don't be greedy, don't be jealous. So there you have the 10 commandments and a way to remember those 10 commandments. God gave these commandments to his people because he knew they needed a plan for living. He was preparing the Israelites to become a great nation. God knew that a nation could not be great unless there were good laws. The laws would guide them in the way they were to worship God and in the way they were to treat other people. If the people would obey the laws, then they would be happy, and they would show other nations that the nation of Israel followed God. God's rules were also a symbol of the important agreement or covenant God had with his people. They would obey him, and he would take care of them. God wrote this agreement on stone so that Moses could take it down the mountain and show the people. The Ten Commandments are the foundation for many societies, morals, and laws. These important rules help us and others be safe. So, our activities for today vary depending on your age level, ability, and your interest. You will need to print the templates, and there are 2 coloring pictures. And you can do both or do one or the other. So we have 2 crafts. The first craft is a Moses 10 Commandments paper roll craft. So you can see that you will need a toilet paper roll. You will also need the template. So here's the template. And you will need scissors, glue, things to color with. So first thing you want to do after you print the template is to color the pieces and cut them out. Glue on the middle part. Glue on the head. Glue on the arms, which are holding the tablets. And if you bend the arms forward a little bit, then you can see he's holding those tablets better. And the 10 Commandments are actually written on the, very small, but they're actually written on those pieces. So our second craft are the 2 stone tablets that make up the 10 Commandments. And they're all written here. So what you will need to do is to get some brown construction paper, some white paper, and you can see I've got some brown construction paper. I folded it in half over here, so you see the line. You will need scissors, glue, something to trace your fingers with, and a Sharpie to write the 10 Commandments on. So, get your construction paper. I used a ruler actually to draw a line so I could draw it equally in half. Fold the paper. And then what you do is trace your hands, your right hand and your left hand, and on white paper and cut them out. Glue them towards the bottom part of the inside of the tablets. And then what you want to do is cut the top part of the tablets without cutting the hands off. And then you can take a Sharpie or a pen and write down the 10 commandments using the finger cues. So with number 1, start on the right hand and do these fingers first before the thumb, and then these fingers next before the last thumb. And so you can write all the 10 commandments on, beginning with the index finger on the right hand, God is first, and ending with the thumb on the left hand, number 10, which is do not be jealous or greedy. And to help you know what to write on those fingers, we can have this printout for you, so you can write them on the fingers. So it'll be a guide for you. Okay, so we have other activities as well for you. And you can see that we have a maze, a crossword, and here is a word search, and there's a secret message that you can figure out. Another word search for you, and then an anagram. Oh, I was wrong. It's basically a coded word. So the numbers correspond to the letters, and you can figure out the words, and the guide is at the bottom. This week, remember, rules help keep us and others safe. The 10 Commandments are the foundation for many societies' morals and laws. The 10 Commandments show us how to worship and love God, and how to treat others and love others in our world. Jesus told us that the commandments can be summed up with a simple word, and it's all about love. Have a great week.